All right, everybody, welcome back. It's your boy Red X Black, and I'm back on the track. I'm sorry, I had to rhyme. But today I'm going to be talking about keep calm and carry on. Now, I don't know if you all remember this trend from however many years ago. This is probably like, 2011, 2012, something like that, when everybody had these on their t-shirts, but they had like different phrases and sayings on there. But I was thinking yesterday, and I was watching a video actually, and it was a prepper video. I watch them sometimes. So he was basically talking about things going on in the world, potential cyber attacks, World War III, the usual stuff that's always happening, but seems to be more frequent these days. That is what I was watching yesterday, and I started to think, man, I'm trying to plan a future. I'm trying to plan a life. Everybody has dreams and goals and stuff they want to do. And what do you do if the world is ending? What do you do in that instance if the world is ending? And I started to think, what do I do? What would I want to do if the world was ending? And so as I'm thinking about this, I'm like, I remembered, I was like, what would be the perfect phrase for what would be the ideal mindset to have in an instance like this? Right there. Keep calm and carry on. Now, the origin of this, I believe it comes back from the wartime propaganda in Britain. And they were trying to keep people calm, because, bombs were being dropped. This is back in World War II. It might have been World War II. Don't quote me on that. But that's where it comes from. They were trying to keep people pacified so they didn't panic and, freak out because there was bombs being dropped, which sometimes is it's not easy to stay calm when your house is being blown up. But I would say that is the mindset that I would have. And these days, with everything feeling so uncertain, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And that's any time in history. But specifically for the time I'm living in, we're all living in right now. Keep calm and carry on. Now, this is easier said than done, because there's been a lot of times in my life where I've just been known as the freak out person. Okay, I freaked out a lot in life, and it's not good to be that person, especially when people are depending upon you for something and trying to. They need you. They need you in that moment, and you couldn't do it because you was scared. Okay, you was panicked. You didn't know what to do, and then on top of that, thinking ahead. Sometimes it can be very hard to stay calm-minded, because I've had a bad habit in my life of being too negative, like thinking negatively in the future, and then that would cause me to not do anything. I would freeze. I would stop, because I'm like, what's the point? That when you start getting into that constant mindset of what's the point, you end up months will go by, 3 months will go by. What if this happens? What if that happens? 2 years go by, 3 years, 4 years. And next thing you know, time starts passing you, and that what if it turns into you know what? I should have just, it turns into that. And then on top of that, you have to still have the same struggle of, I don't know, what if this, what if that, what if this, what if that, what if this, what if that, what if this? And you end up wasting time. And so the mindset of keep calm, carry on, that is, I know the world ending is an extreme scenario, but that's like how you have to think. You have to be able to keep going even if the world is ending. And that's something that I'm trying to train. I'm actively doing this. It's not something that I've mastered at all. I'm actively doing this right now. Training my mind, training myself to think like this, to have this as a philosophy, keep calm and carry on. And then not only that, having faith. So I have, I'd be trusting God and his plan, that no matter what happens, that he got me, that he's never going to give me anything that I can't handle. And if something happens, that he's there, he's still there. Even when it feels unknown and uncertain, he's still there. So, and then it says not only, what was I about to say? Yeah, the Bible verse. God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of love and a sound mind. I can't remember exactly what which book that's from, but I've always quoted that verse to myself, and I've constantly had to remind and tell myself that at a lot of periods, a lot of times in my life. And there's been periods of time in my life where I did have to hold on to that strongly. So that's what I will say when it comes to this philosophy, or when it comes to the thought of what do you do when the world is ending, or if the world was ending, if you knew it was going to end 2 weeks from now, what are you going to do in those 2 weeks? Would you still have the wherewithal to even still chase your dreams? Would you still chase your dreams if you knew that this was all going to be wiped out 2 weeks from now? You have to think about that. So, yeah, that it's not easy. Most people probably just be like, I'm gonna just fly off the handle or whatever. I mean, that's your choice. But I have to train myself to think like the world might not be here I rebuke this, but like if it was however many years from now, whatever, I have to train myself to stay like, I'm trying to train myself to stay locked in and not be so worried about what could happen, what could go wrong in my life, what could go wrong anywhere. Like, what, I don't know the future. We don't know the future. So thinking about that is very mind numbing sometimes. But having this new philosophy, well, it's not a new one, but I'm trying to train myself to think about that, think like that. It's kind of stoic in a way. So yeah, that's the advice I would say. And what I'm learning myself and what I would encourage other people to adopt is to keep calm and carry on mentality. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think about this. Would you try to adopt this? What have you struggled with? Let me know in the comment section below. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, whenever you do it, however you do it, wherever you do it, just do it. It's your boy Red X Black, and I'm out.